You've had your first taste of Accrington Stanley at Salford at the weekend. I'm interested in the kind of build-up to that. I believe it took quite a while for you to get up here to the northwest. What was that trip from London up to Accrington like the day before that game?
Yeah, it was interesting. I found out about the move on Tuesday night, but nothing materialised until Thursday, I think. And then I packed up some things on Friday morning, went to London, and drove up here. It took me about 6.5 hours. So yeah, it wasn't ideal, but it's fine. Here now, do you know what I mean? Met the lads, and they're great lads. So yeah, looking forward to it.
How's that process work? Because you must have it in the back of your mind when you've heard that it might be happening, but then a couple of days pass and nothing happens. Do you sort of think, I'm in limbo? Yeah,
it was weird because I didn't hear anything on the Wednesday, and then I heard again on the Thursday, and it was just like, you go in. I was like, cool, and got my stuff together and drove up. So yeah, it's a weird feeling because obviously you go from one environment to another environment, but it's part of football, isn't it? So yeah, and I'm really looking forward to being here.
So ahead of that Salford game, was the first time you met your teammates before the game?
Yeah, it was on the bus outside of the ground, and yeah, it was all new to me. So, but yeah, it was a good experience.
Do you think that in itself is a sort of hurdle overcome, a box ticked? The fact that you've done that, I suppose you haven't really had a chance to think about settling in because you've got on the bus and gone and played.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that I've overcome before, and it's something that you do get used to as a football player. So you got to be used to it, and it's part of football. It happens all the time. Transfers happen within days, don't they? So yeah, it's normal, and you got to get used to it.
You've been out on loan before, of course. You've also played for QPR's first team this season, played in the Championship and in the League Cup. Is this perhaps a slightly different loan move to a lot of loans that we see where it's a first time for a lot of players? The first this, the first that, the first the other. You'll probably have seen quite a lot of these things.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people come into QPR as well. I've seen how they've dealt with it. I've learnt from that. I've obviously had a loan move to Southend and Aldershot. So yeah, it's not new to me, but it's also new to me as well because obviously this is a better league, it's better football, and it's going to be interesting to see how I deal with it. But obviously, like you say, I played in the Championship, which was very tough, and we'll see how it goes here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge.
And crucially, you're up north now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very different. Your life. Do you expect it to be different? Joking aside, do you expect that being a long, long way from home?
Yeah,
maybe slight cultural differences.
It's something new. It's something new for me, being away from home. I've never lived away from home before, so it's something that I'm going to have to get used to. And being in a different place, getting to know where I am. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I wanted to happen, and hopefully I can embrace it.
How did you find that little cameo at Salford, a little run at left back?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I can play left back. I played there when I was younger. It's nothing that's foreign to me. So, yeah, I enjoyed it, and it was a good taste of what's to come.
It must be a good feeling to come into a team that's been doing pretty well, but then arguably put in their best performance of the season when you go into the team.
Yeah, it's a good feeling because also you got to up your standards because you got to meet the lads, and I've got to try and find my way into the team. So it's going to be a challenge for me on the football side as well. So yeah, it's good to know everyone's doing well, and it's a good change room to come into.
It's Notts County this weekend. I think there was understandably a huge amount of focus on Wrexham last season coming up and coming back into the Football League. Notts County is a very big football club, big crowds, lots of history. Is this the kind of thing that really appeals as a professional footballer?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to play in the biggest stage, don't you? You want to play in front of the biggest crowds. I remember playing against Notts County when I was at Southend, and they're a very good side. So it'll be a good challenge, but it's what you want as a football player. You want to play in front of the best. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
How much of a challenge will it be from what you saw at the weekend to not be a substitute and to be involved in the starting 11?
Well, obviously I don't know what's going to happen yet, but hopefully I'll be playing, and it's something that I want to be a norm for me. I want to play every game, and I want to be putting myself in there to be the best player. So
the way that dressing room is, there's a few experienced guys, there's not too many in the middle, and then there's a lot who are 23 and younger and maybe don't have a lot of experience. You're perhaps coming in at the top end of that bracket, experience-wise. Is it going to be quite quickly something that you're going to have to grow into, that having a bit more experience, and maybe you can help some of the younger players out, even though you're very new?
Yeah, I mean, experience-wise, I wouldn't say I'm as experienced as a lot of the lads. I've had a taste of, obviously, Championship football, but only a small taste. So hopefully I can give some tips, but I'm also looking to learn off the rest of the lads as well.
And I suppose, does that help that you've got a lot in common with a lot of players in there, although you're from different parts of the country, but where you are in your life and those life experiences are probably quite similar?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few other loanies here and there, so they've had to go through the same things as me, so I can learn off them. Hopefully they can learn off me, but they're good lads, and I'm looking forward to playing with them on a Saturday.
And I know it's early days and you've been involved in one game and a few training sessions, but what's your feel about this group of players? And 2 points a game they've averaged so far, which, you know, it's very, very early, but that would be promotion form. What do you feel about what the aspirations should be?
I think we should go for promotion. I mean, they're a great group of lads. I can see already on Saturday, I mean, it was my first watch of a game of what I've seen from them lot, and they look really excited to be a part of it, and I want to push myself to be in the team and go for promotion.